Hello everyone, this is Pampered Chew, and today I'd like to show you the work that I've done on the house in the last few days. So, even I don't remember what it looked like before, but you might, since you haven't been around the house for a few days. So, every single outlet and switch has been replaced with the 20 amp version. Now, a lot of the wiring in this house is a little bit thicker than 14 gauge, but a little bit less thick than 12 gauge. Either way though, I replaced everything with 20 amp outlets because they do seem to be better at, grabbing onto things. What was in here before was so loose that even the vacuum cleaner would fall out while I was working. And also I replaced all the switches. If you remember the old switches, this is a modern version of the double. So there's two switches here. Oh, I can't get a good, there you go. You can see there's 4 switches here. This one was a, it was installed pretty poorly before I did it, but I didn't have time to videotape every single project, like I usually do, and I go into detail. I just worked as hard as I could to get this all done. So, and yes, ground goes on top. I put a dimmer over here. There was a dimmer here that rotated, and put a dimmer over here. All these outlets are replaced. None of the circuit breakers matched the rooms. This room here has 4 different circuit breakers. So like that one and that one and that one and that one on one circuit. Well, that one and that one's on a different circuit and that one's on a different circuit. It's kind of a Mickey Mouse house when it comes to that. There's another one. This was I can't even see it, it's so dark. Yeah, there's 2 switches there, and one of them goes to that outlet, the other one goes to the light fixture I just fixed. And get this open. Yeah, I put in incandescent bulb and everything. I put in new screws for the door. These are 3-inch screws, so nobody's kicking down my door with 3-inch screws. That goes pretty deep into the wall. And like this means anything at this point. Go ahead, try to kick it open. I will continue. I put one of these switches in the hallway so you can see it in the dark. When it's really dark, you can see the switch and go boop. That's also incandescent. That's the thermostat there. I guess you might want to see the thermostat. Right now it's on off and fan on. So I have the air circulating at all times. Here's the bathroom switch. There's 2 there, one for the light, one for the fart fan. Hey! I recognize you. Another outlet. Now you might be thinking, why isn't there a GFI? Well, there wasn't a GFI before. I'm not prone to creating ground faults. I'm not prone to making ground faults. And if someone wants to plug their hairdryer in and they drop it in the sink, that's their problem, not mine. I put in a fire extinguisher here. I figured if you use the toilet all the time and you're at my house and there's a fire, you might remember where the fire extinguisher is. So I put it by the toilet because everyone goes to the toilet. And that's their fire extinguisher. If there ever is a fire, they might remember to go grab it. This is Sean's room. I put in a dimmer. This is the outlet that goes to the dimmer. And then this is on one circuit. This is on one circuit, and that one's on. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me back up. These two are one circuit breaker. This is on a different. This is on a different. So he has 3 different circuit breakers in one room. That's just how they did it back then. Haven't installed a latch yet, but I put a screw so that when I close the door, it doesn't go all the way in. I fixed this up. This door is now filled with like a foam material. I put a straw way up in there, and I injected this foam, and all the foam started running out. I put too much in there, and I had to shave off a bunch. But what's in there now is an air filter. See how there's a vent there? There's a vent there because that's the intake for the whole house heating and cooling. So I put a vent there. Once there's carpet installed, that'll take up the space here. Go down there. There's a lot of airflow underneath. But once the carpet's installed, the air will mostly go through the filter. Now, let me talk about the circuits again. This is one circuit. It connects to that one. That's one circuit. That's one circuit. Separate breakers from that. And that one is a separate breaker from those two and that one. So I also have 3 different breakers. This one is connected to the dimmer. That's a socket, but I have something plugged in so I can show the dimmer. There we go. This is the air intake. I bought a large filter, larger than the air intake itself. But it just holds itself up there, and it kind of turned yellow. After smoking for 1 week, it really does suck up the filter does take care of the smoke particles. And that one should too. If it didn't have such a big gap underneath. This one, though, is pretty much taking care of the smoke. And inside of here, underneath, look inside. Can I look inside? Well, I can't really show you inside, but if I were to go outside and open the panel, there's a big furnace. It's Coleman. Coleman makes the furnace and air conditioning, and there's a filter on top of it also. So that's the first filter, second filter, and there's a third filter on top of the furnace. Put in fart fan and light. I fixed the knob that goes here. It had stripped off, so when you turn the knob, nothing happened. And I had to drill into the plastic and anyway, I did a lot of work to make this knob work again. It's not my first time working with knobs on plumbing, though. Steve's sink faucet did the same for a while. I still haven't fixed this is sloppy as shit. But if I take this out of the way, and I'll show you the bowl. You straddle it and you shake it. It's loose. So, I mean, these little... Oh, well, I can probably do it right now. Live on camera and fix this thing. This side, pull off the cap. Wow, they are loose. Come on. Come on, you guys. Does it shake still? Well, not the lid, but maybe a little tighter. Put the decorative caps back on. Yeah, it's not sliding like it used to, but we still need to fix this issue. See all those plastic? Oh, are they even? Yeah, they're just loose. Hell, let's just make a video and continue working. Hold on, I gotta check to see what kind of. What do you want? Flathead. Okay. So, come into here and grab my. Oh, I got my Phillips there. That means my flathead's right here. Hey, I'm ready to roll. Let's switch it down to 1. Nope, 2. I'm going to change the torque limiter to 1 because it's plastic. So now we just kind of line it up. Looks like something's stripped. Can I rip it off? No. Is there a thread on the underside? No, there's not a thread. So how do you get this thing off? Let's just take this thing off first. And then we can see what the... Damn it. Come on, get in there. Well, you get the point. These need to be tightened down. And they're not tight. So that's something I'll work on. When you're not watching. Hello everyone. So this was a problem outlet, but it's fixed now. I had to use a bracket to hold the thing down. A few of the boxes around the house were broken, so that was one of those. So that's what I've been up to. Breaker box. I put in a new outlet in here for the washing machine. I got a fire extinguisher there. And one of those white ones. Apparently it's only for gasoline and electrical fires. So, whatever. You want to see inside my refrigerator? It's a pretty crappy fridge, even on full blast. Focus. Yeah, it's only like 38 degrees in here. The freezer, though, I gotta fix that. The freezer, though, is a nice below zero. I got my snow cones and my TV dinners. So that's what I did. All right. Oh yeah, I also went crazy with the expanding foam. I told you that already with the door, but I put some in here. And there's the foam. That's not my job up there, just me down there. I did that one there, and that one over there. But when we put bug bombs underneath the house 3 days ago, all these spiders started crawling everywhere, and I was like, where do they come from? So I started filling all the holes I could find. And I bombed it today. I put 2 underneath the house, and I put 1 in the ventilation system, and a few more here and there, and no bugs. So I think I got them all. I think I got them all. So here's the circus panel. Got 200 amp main. And so since the wiring for 15 gauge feels more like a 13 gauge, and the wiring for 12 gauge is more like a 11, I don't know. It's a little bit thicker than modern 14 gauge, and it's a little bit thicker than modern 12 gauge, which is kind of nice. I got some wire here. I was upgrading the shed outside. I put in a sub panel and new breakers for the shed. So this stuff here is 14.2, so that's 14 gauge wire. This here is 12.3, so it has 4 conductors. I use that to connect the power connector, the power breaker from the underneath the meter over to the shed. I still have a couple handles here I haven't installed yet. Oh yeah, so my bedroom door. So this is original. This is the handle that I prefer. The main reason I like these handles is when I'm carrying, you know, a bunch of stuff, you know, I can open the door with my foot. I can keep going. I don't have to set my stuff down. But it's also a lot easier just to, you know, better than a doorknob. You can use your finger, you can use your foot. It's ADA compliant. But I have two more handles. I'll probably put one on that door and maybe one on that door. I'm keeping the hardware for these though. Here's the one for my door. I mean, if anybody wants these, you know, they are vintage and they kind of look cool, but they're not what I would like for my doors. So I'm holding on to that stuff. Yeah, I've taken a bath in my bathroom a couple times. This is Sean's. His has a lot of cracks in it. If you look closely, there's cracks. But they don't seem to interfere with the performance of the bathtub. Let's see, is the brown water going to come out? Yep. Here, let's turn over. Get all the brown water out of there. Oh, it might be in the knob. So, brown water at first. You know, the sinks haven't done that, so I think it must just be the pipes going to the bathtub and stuff. And so I hung the lights higher because they were hanging down here, and you know, I don't think lights should be lower than your head height. Also, I zip tied them to the thing so they can't fall off the thing and bop you in the head and scare you when they break open. Water is free. Cold water is free. Oh. What's that for? What am I supposed to do that? I'm not sure if this is not for the tub. It's for a sink, but it's not for this sink, or the sink is not hooked up because that little thing doesn't want to. Whatever. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's starting to be a nice place to hang out around. I still haven't used a dishwasher yet. I was reading the service manual and it said, if it hasn't been used in a month, it might have built up hydrogen, and you better not turn it on because it might explode. Also, California says it's a cancer-causing agent in my dishwasher. Ooh, look at my mittens. Also, we're at the sink now. Check out the sink. I can go. And if I go right here, oh, I gotta show you this. I gotta show you guys this. I'll plug it up for a second. Please hold. Okay. So last time I did this, what I'm gonna do next, you're not gonna know yet, but last time I did this, a bunch of dirty water came up the other side. So I'll shut off the water. Okay, we're gonna turn on the garbage disposal. Hear how nice it sounds? Watch this. Before we fixed it, it was chopping up pennies or something was in there. Sean pulled out a wad of like chewed up towel, and there was a tiny piece of plastic. But yeah, put that in there, and pretty cool. So, the end of the video. What do you think that is right there? Well, it's nothing right now. I mean, it's nothing right now. But what should I turn this into? And I had a few ideas. If you look down inside, it just goes to nowhere. If you look underneath, the hole is on this side. So I was thinking I could put in a large metal tube with a metal bucket underneath. So when we're smoking our cigarettes at in the kitchen, we can smoke our cigarettes and put the cigarette in the hole, cover it up. It's a used cigarette holder or a ashtray. It's you put your done cigarette in the hole. I tried running a wire from the power outlet underneath so you can charge your phone, but the problem was that the outlet is connected to the garbage disposal, so that didn't work. So what should this hole be for? And what was it for? I don't really know, but this is what the little bracket looks like. I mean, it could have been a soap dispenser. I remember those things, but yeah, why not just make it an ashtray for your cigarette butt? And also, the fridge has a water, water comes out, but it hasn't been hooked up. I think I'll put a tank up there, and I'll fill it with iced tea. Something that's non-sugary. I can put a tank up on top. The iced tea comes out of there. What do you think of that idea? All right. Got myself a saw. What is it called? Skill saw. Yeah. Got one of those, but I haven't opened it yet. I just thought I'd grab one because I probably will need one soon. And I also ordered a couple gallons of this fire retardant that you put on wood like this to make it not burn for at least an hour. And it only works on raw wood, so I'm kind of like screwed when it comes to the wall here. I mean, there's other fire retardants I could put in the paint, but birch, if you've ever burned birch in a stove, you know you don't want that for your house. So I got a couple gallons of fire retardant. I'm just gonna put on every piece of exposed wood that I can. I might as well just drench it on the place. Let it soak into the floor. Actually, what have we got under here? I'm getting carpet, so yeah, I think I might. I think I'm gonna. I'm gonna soak the floor with the stuff. Excellent idea. All right, end of the show. Ooh. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.